Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Waharakah Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and on the sea brothers out there in the highways in the byways, teaching his word in all sincerity and in truth. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Right, now that's talking about modern day Babylon, because the two kingdoms, the northern and the southern kingdom, alright, were not thoroughly represented in ancient Babylon. Okay, when you go back into the history, the ancient Babylonians did not conquer the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom was conquered by the Assyrians and carried away into captivity. And after that captivity, as a whole, they did not return to the land of Israel, but rather they traveled to the New World, wherein they thought that they would keep the commandments. And there they stayed until Esau Edom came to the New World to conquer. Alright, it was the kingdom of Judah that remained in the land, and they were conquered by the Babylonians, which is recorded in the book of Jeremiah, the book of Isaiah, Ezekiel, Chronicles. Okay? So where it says the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, what it's talking about is not ancient Babylon, but Babylon today, which is mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great. And that's talking about the fact that both the northern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, alright, so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, and the northern kingdom, which represents the so-called Latin tribes, alright, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Gad, so-called Native American Indians, tribe of Reuben, so-called Seminole Indians, tribe of Issachar, so-called Mexicans, and so on and so forth. All these peoples reside in America, alright, today. Right, and guess what? They're side by side in the ghettos. When you talk about ghetto life, when you talk about prison culture, right, the so-called Negro and Hispanic are side by side. Now, one example that proves we are the Israelite and our kin in spirit is music. There's one particular genre of music that really the northern and the southern kingdom have collaborated together to innovate and to proliferate, and that's hip hop. Alright, and it's funny that you don't consider any other so-called immigrants, because America is filled with immigrants, right? But why is it that only the so-called Negroes and Hispanics came together to form hip hop? Because hip hop is the music of the ghetto. Alright, let's get this. So, this is actually from
When I read the script, I said to myself, I need Paul Dano.
Let's have a look here.
Even if we were not seeing him for the
hip-hop and the global imprint of black cultural form. What you're going to find out is hip-hop's not really black. Hip-hop is so-called black and Hispanic in origin. Right? Because that's the children of Israel and the children of Judah in collaboration. Alright, let's read here. So this was written by two students of African American Studies. It says, to me, hip as you are, we are a family. Hip hop is the voice of this generation. It has become a powerful force. Hip hop binds all of these people, all of these nationalities, all over the world together. Hip hop is a family, so everybody's got to pitch in, east, west, north, or south. We come from one coast, and that coast was Africa, apparently. DJ Kool Herc. And really, hip hop vibrates through Israel throughout the world. Alright, it's a particular vibration that really is Jake, and then Jake throughout the world that scattered started spitting. That vibration spread, and that's why all over the world you got hip hop artists sprung up, because really it's Jake, you know, that scattered among these nations. They heard the vibration and they joined in. You know, you're going to have Israelites scattered in China. They start spitting up a storm and, you know, bringing out bars, Russia, all that. But anyway, let's read on. It is clearly impossible to travel the world without encountering instances of hip-hop music and culture. Hip-hop is the distinctive graffiti lettering styles that have materialized on walls worldwide. It is the latest dance moves that young people perform on streets and dirt roads. It is the bass beats and styles of dress at dance clubs. It is local MCs and microphones with hands raised and moving to the beat as they shout out to their crews. Hip-hop is everywhere. The International Federation of the Phonographic Industry reported that hip-hop music represented half of the top 10 global digital songs in 2009. Listen to this now. Hip-hop refers to the music, arts, media, and cultural movement and community developed by Black and Latino youth in the mid-1970s on the East Coast of the United States. Now, why was it being developed by Black and Latino? Why did it not get developed by Black and Jewish or Black and white or Black and Polish? Or why was it specifically developed by Black and Latino youth? Because these were the people of the Lord who were oppressed. Remember, hip-hop originally was what? A voice of the oppressed. These are the people who were oppressed together in Babylon, and they produced this sound. You know, and to this day, you look at the legends. You got look at the 90s. You got what? Big Pun and Notorious B.I.G. Right? Notorious B.I.G. was what? From the Southern Kingdom, and Big Pun was from the Northern Kingdom. Okay, and anything you see so-called Negro involved in, you're gonna find the so-called Hispanic right there, doing it toe to toe, pushing it forward. Because we're Israelites, man. We're brothers. We're the same people. All right, and hip hop is just one example of that. Okay, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You're the Israelites that the Bible speak of, man. We are one people. We're separated by language, you know, and you know, for lies. But really, we should all be speaking what? Hebrew, because we share the same Father, which is Israel in the flesh. The fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and ultimately the same spiritual Father, which is Yahweh, and the same spiritual King, which is Yahweh Shai. And that's why you see, you know, this Israelite thing growing and proliferating in what? In the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Alright? The one West. Alright? And then now you're seeing Israelites also coming into the fold that are scattered among the other nations as well. But it began with what? The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Alright? So, I just read that and thought it was quite interesting, man. You know, you can't say that the so-called Latinos are not Israelites, man. Right? They're not Moabites. Notice it didn't say and Chinese. Alright? It said Latinos, okay? Because they're the ones, man. Mainly, that's our people. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.